Cryptocurrencies could become a loophole for Russians to send money offshore, circumventing sanctions against Russia. According to sources, there was a request for crypto exchanges to freeze all Russians' accounts by the US. Such a move would be in line with the US and European Union sanctions against Russia, banks and leadership designed to cripple the nation's economy. Cryptocurrencies are playing a role on both Russia and Ukraine. Russians own about 12% of the total global crypto holdings. The Russia-Ukraine conflict has thrust crypto into spotlight. Question is, will crypto affect how the world will be going? In the world's first crypto war, uncertainty about who will benefit. Washington Post. There are calls from Western cryptocurrency activists to mobilize on behalf of Ukrainian people, and there are fears that Russia could use cryptocurrency to avoid the effects of Western sanctions. Two economies that have led the way in embracing the new form of digital money are each turning to it to gain an edge in the geopolitical showdown. On 8 February, Russia's government and its central bank have reached an agreement on how to regulate cryptocurrencies, according to a statement released by the government. War costs a lot. The Iraq War has costed the US $1,000 billion, along with hundreds of thousands of casualties. Behind the war, in addition to weapons and bloodshed, we must also consider the cost of fighting, how to maintain the financial stability of one's own country and destroy the financial stability of another country has become an invisible financial battlefield. Traditional financial value transfer facilities are paralyzed. Assets are frozen by central institutions. Capital controls. Let people see the financial sanctions can also make a country get into trouble. In 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto created a permissionless, decentralized cryptocurrency called Bitcoin. Its technology is neutral, as is Bitcoin, and when faced with financial sanctions, permissionless crypto may be a sanctions-evading hedge. We have never had a group of nations in essence confiscate real estate from Russian tycoons, taking a country's money, said Mike Novogratz, CEO and founder of crypto platform Galaxy Digital. That's why Bitcoin was created, because people don't trust governments. This is a big deal in a lot of ways. This is starting an acceleration of the dollarization of the world. Russia may be gearing up to evade economic sanctions by utilizing cryptocurrencies to avoid the bank system and the US dollar. As a result, Bitcoin soared more than 20%. Buying order of BTC/Rubble increases, reaches 9 months high. Crypto, Russia's salvation. Russia has been facing sanctions for so many years. Their leaders have been finding ways to deal with it. Russia accelerates the dollarization move after the 2014 Crimean crisis. Digital ruble is part of the process. Russian rubles plunges to record low amid outrage over Ukraine. Thus they begin to put their attentions on crypto. It also appears to suggest that Russian accounts banned from existing dollar-based financial system through sanctions are depositing funds into cryptocurrencies or transferring wealth overseas. Ukraine has requested major cryptocurrency exchange restrict the activities of Russian account holders. Experts said crypto can be used by criminals to evade sanctions and hide wealth. However, there are different opinions on this issue. Blockchain Association Jay Chervinsky believes politicians should not be worried that Russia may use crypto to get around economic sanctions because it is not feasible at that scale required. Chervinsky stated 3 reasons why it is unlikely that Russia will use its crypto to skirt US sanctions. First is that the sanctions are not limited to US dollars. The second is that the financial necessities of a nation like Russia far exceed the current capabilities of crypto markets, which Chervinsky called too small, costly, and transparent to be useful for the Russian economy. Finally, the country has spent years trying to sanction-proof itself but have failed to build any meaningful crypto infrastructure or even finalize crypto regulations. Bitcoin had its characteristic of money, and this characteristic will get more significant in the future. OpenSea blocked users and territories on the US sanction list from using our services, including buying, selling, or transferring NFTs. OpenSea said in a statement to CoinDesk on Thursday, after users in countries under certain sanctions from the US complained they had lost access to their accounts. The war between Russia and Ukraine continued, and tests between decentralization and centralized attributes of cryptocurrency also continued. There is no doubt that the value of Bitcoin will become more prominent in the future, but at the same time it would also trigger the industry to reflect on how to establish a more well-rounded decentralization mechanism.